First Turbo PA match with a few Cyclone Shapers in the deck. Now another opponent who's disconnected. Oh, nope, they're back. God bless. In the worst kind of way. Trade all my tomorrows for just one yesterday. Just one yesterday. Fortunately, this hand does not have any thresholds because he's need a threshold to get started, so we're going to have to replace this one. Well hand, gross. Alright. Thunderfield Seer mulligans well. The 1/1 that blocks and then draws us more cards later. The earliest we've lost the game is on turn 4, Motrice. And, like, the games that we lost the game on turn 4, we just, like, didn't interact with our opponents at all. I'm gonna guarantee a resource drop with this one, I think. I do love me a good Thunderfield Seer. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a diamond here, and then I could just go Seer here and double block this Willibrod. Some value out of these dorks. If he attacks in with this, I'm just going to go ahead and double block. If they want to Runebind one of my Thunderfield Seers, that's like A-okay with me. And if they just want to trade, that's fine with me. No matter what they do, I'm made of dreams. We could have like a Totem Trap or something annoying here, but I'm happy with most of the results from this attack. Yep, Transmogrifade, sure. They took a coin flip and lost. So when you Transmogrifade a 1-drop in Hex right now, there's only 2 other things. I probably should have played this first. Put a non-resource on top now that we drew a bunch of resources. So I waited to Fate Weave. As we're likely putting action on top of our deck here. The next one we're going to play Cyclone Shaper and then see how quickly we can kind of scoot through our deck here. So Cyclone Shaper makes all of our actions cost 1 less, which most of them are free then, because a lot of our actions only cost a single resource. Yep, Crusader. Let's send Fate Weave when it comes to play. So we've seen Underworld Crusader are good, but this is Ardent Crusader. When it dies, it makes them 2 1/1 flyers. It's a little bit weaker on average, but also doesn't lose them life when it triggers too, so that's kind of relevant. We still are made of. This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. Man, we are flooding. Rains, it pours. There's only how many resources in this deck? Like a super greedy amount, right? There's 18 resources in this deck only. Correct. Fate Weave, nothing, almost nothing in Hex shuffles. I believe there's 1 card in Hex that shuffles still. Peak, I believe. We do have Dreary Fox coming, you're not wrong. Flooding out into a champion power is much worse than the alternative. I'm just gonna go ahead and cash this in as a gain 4 here. Demons hide, it's where my demons hide. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Silver Talon Adjudicator out here, I think. Draw a couple cards if they don't have anything to play in response. That's fine. Gonna attack with this. Yeah, if you check out this website, it has hexsets.com. It has all the rotation information, including gems. Gonna happen again. Try an ord on that he swears he. I'm gonna go ahead and Runebind this Martyred Saint here. This might let this come back into play and block. It did not. We still take 2 less points of damage, which is nice though. 7 here. Okay, let's play this out. Non-resource guaranteed with one of the, part of this. Resource with the other one, that kind of sucks. And gained life from it at least. Not blocking with the Cyclone Shaper. Next turn we get to guaranteed hit this. Sweet, they bricked on this for a turn. Do you feel like a man when you push her around? Do you feel better now as she... Just block early and often. They might hit a removal spell later that lets us not block. Llama Herder, sure. We have a Prophecy in the bank from our Thunderfield Seer here still, which is nice. Runebind is decent. The Psychic Ascension will hopefully get a lot cheaper. Hopefully we hit a slew of 1-cost cards here. Make this just tick way down. Alright, that's 1-cost card at least. Huh. The attacking here. Pass the turn. One drop. I'm gonna go ahead and Runebind this Llama Herder so it doesn't start diligencing. We draw a card too. Means the Psychic Ascension can get cast next turn, which is nice. So our win condition is getting to the Psychic Ascension as soon as possible. It's almost certainly Fate Weaving a resource for the top of their deck here so they can get these back into play. Alright. Trial of Totems. Yep, let's Psychic Ascension first here. Hi, Declan. Non-resource on top of my deck. Now every time I play an action, that's really sweet. Another 1-cost thing here. I'm gonna leave this back to block the Thunderfield Seer. Yep. Cast these. Say to you. That's pretty good. Alright. Their board's pretty good. Let's see if we can overcome it. That just came into play, right? Yeah, Cyclone Shaper seems really sweet. I agree. The Cyclone Shaper seems aces. Mass Poly Dingler would be kind of awesome. Nothing compares to... I think I want to hold this because they might not be able to play all the cards out of their hand next turn. We don't have any sweepers in our main deck. Our goal is to just kind of go wide with the Psychic Ascension and race. They taped over your mouth, scribbled out the truth with their lies. So this, whenever whenever Starlight or Bowie attack, my opponent gets to draw a card. They're going to draw 2 cards here when they make this attack. I guess this lets me eat this here. So I get to eat this here. Then I can go chump, chump, chump. Now, if they can't play all these cards out, this is going to get to draw me cards. So hopefully this is also a resource. Let's do this. Put a non-resource on top of my deck. Alright. Big bucks, no whammy. Ding. Champ power here. Hopefully we can chain a bunch of stuff together. Change course is actually really good too. I'll put a non-resource on top of my deck here. Cosmic Calling doesn't actually make a troop. It's free to play, but there isn't actually a 3-cost Sapphire Diamond troop, so it doesn't do anything. We're actually kind of looking for, like, Light the Votives at this point, so that way we can, like, start going super wide with blockers. Yeah, sweet. The Light the Votives makes more candles every time you play it, so it makes 1 guy from Psychic Ascension, and then it's going to go ahead and make 2 guys. The next Light the Votives will make 3 guys. Yep, I'll take that candle. You hold the candle to me, so we get a random 1. Then we get 3 more guys, so just, like, plenty of chump blocks here. So go ahead and crack them for 3 in the air. This is the they let this be unblockable instead of... That's interesting. Frostlock. Okay. That's pretty strong. You take out a bunch of my flying troops here. Probably like this, this, and this. Weird. Okay. Had a good turn, for sure. We are just, like, on, like, the massive chump block duty, though, right? Like, pretty obligated to, like, throw guys away on all of these, I think. I think I'm gonna put 2 in front of here. 2 in front of here, actually. Take 3 this turn. I've got 1, 2... This is 6 damage that they can't block. So if I can actually play 3 actions this turn, this Eldritch Thunderbird's going to get big enough to kill them. No appeal, it has no appeal. Guidance is a great draw. It makes a troop for me, it triggers this, and it gets to guarantee I hit a non-resource this turn. Trial of Totems is sweet. Let's go ahead and do this first. Narrate an action with my thing here. Veil of Destiny, Stun, Rowan, and then Trial of Totems should make this big enough to be lethal then. They don't have a way to interact with my troops here. No, oh no, oh no, no. I feel like this game wouldn't have been possible without the Cyclone Shaper. That card was very reasonable. They have like a Runebind here to disrupt us trying to kill them. Transmogrifade is pretty good. Die, 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 die. That being said, having a 6/6 here is pretty great because it means we can block these 5/5s profitably. It's nice, very, very nice. Less profitable attacks next turn. Oh, no, no. It's a shame I don't have the resources to empower this. Or is it be a 12/12? 6/6 is probably plenty large though. Fulfilled prophecy. Oh no. Oh no. So we don't actually have them dead next turn. I could empower it, but then I couldn't play it. Hey, Freshka. Alright, so I think I want to eat a Crusader here. And this blocks here for free. Guess I could put all of these in front of here. Take 5. Okay with this. Just gonna pop this guy down into a non-troop. We can't attack for a little while. Kind of trade boards around here. They're dead 2 to this. Ice Magistrate's like annoying, but not the end of the world. Light the Votives is probably just the best draw in our deck there. Just like, alright, make 5 chump blockers. How many chump blockers do you need? All of them? Did you need all of the chump blockers? All right, here's all of them. I hope that's enough. TV. We know they drew a troop this turn. All right, just chump block. What if we chump blocked everything? You get a chump block, and you get a chump block. Everybody gets a chump block. We got a line there. 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 Take one in the air. It's a very good question. We would not be winning this game without this being unblockable. They could have just buried 3 cards off the top of their deck. I think maybe they had Fate Weaved that turn. Still seems pretty loose though. X? That's really weird. Alright, man, I haven't had to say this in a while, but this is the part of the stream where I should tell you that I'm currently running Hex on an unsupported operating system. For those of you that are unfamiliar, I play on a Linux computer, so Hex is running via Wine technology, and it used to bug out on like that all the time, like, you know, probably once a stream or so, but it hasn't happened in a really long time. Odd. I wonder what happened there. Log back in, we should be able to reconnect to the game though. Okay, play all of my Hex on my Linux computer. Maybe my opponent conceded? They concede the match? I'm unsure. Usually if there's still a match going on, it offers to pull me back into it. Yeah, right. Maybe? You'll get back without reserving? Is that what's going to happen? And I guess I'll give it a second before trying to queue you then to see if it pops back up. Really? I haven't had that happen before. How do you decide his Redlings in the mirror? The most important thing you can do in the Redlings mirror match, and I'm not sure if you're supposed to do it on the play, but you definitely should be doing it on the draw, is you want to put the Gladiator gem in your Crusaders, because it makes your Crusaders not die to their Lasgar's vengeances, which is a pretty important thing to have. Weird. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I just let me back in without reserving. Strange. This is sweet. Handful of 1-cost things. Cyclone Shaper. That's really this. I can't believe I didn't think to try this card in here. Thank you to it's been a long day. Thank you to whoever made the donation and suggested we try this card. I'm just gonna snag another resource here. We usually want to hit like our first 7 resource drops or so in this deck. I don't actually know if we even want to board in this matchup. I guess maybe the Dark Hearts are good. So this Cyclone Shaper has Empower. So normally it's a 3-cost 2/3 with Flight, but if I empower it, I can turn it into a 6-cost 4/6. That's gonna make all my cards cost 2 less. I don't usually bring in Prowler in the mirror. Underworld Crusader is the best card in the mirror, but there's also just plenty of games where they just like never draw the Prowler, and then it's like super awkward, or they never draw Crusader. It's like super awkward that you have this 3/3. I think Pyre Strike is really clunky and awkward in Redlings. It's better than Hero Fall, But again, especially if you want a card for the mirror, I think smart Redlings players in the mirror should be putting the Gladiator gem in their card anyways. So if they're putting Gladiator in their thing anyways, you bringing in Pyre Strike isn't going to kill the thing you actually want to Pyre Strike. So it's not a good card against players that understand what the mirror is about. Okay, that's fair. Huh. Just gonna Runebind this. I'm just gonna Runebind my own thing here, actually. Just so they don't have resources in their hand. I'm gonna Runebind my own thing again here. Yeah, I just want to deny them the cards from the Silver Talon Adjudicator. The Silver Talon can come into play and they'll gain 5 life, but that's fine. Oh, yeah, that's fair. It's a good budget alternative. I'd agree with that. Emom late again tonight. Wonder if the servers are having issues this morning. This is like the second opponent's been having disconnect issues against us. Different world. Thank you everyone that started your morning yesterday with us and is closing out the morning today with us. We got about another hour left. We'll hit that 24-hour mark. It's good stuff. Going strong. 23:11 into the stream. Out the night gone. Yeah, she got a fake eye. Yeah, so when Runebind gets Runebound and it comes off from drawing a resource, you can have it Runebind targeting itself, because it is a card on the chain or in play. So it can just sit there in stasis until you have something else you want to Runebind, or it can just sit there and flick back and forth, generating actions played to tick your Psychic Ascension down, which is quite excellent. Yeah, the watch list is kind of excellent. And like, if you are a Magic player, you might be familiar with Corey Burkhart, especially if you're a Modern player. He's the one that's top 8'd a bunch of Grand Prix with the 4x Cryptic Command Grixis control. He's one of the set designers on Hex, and he's the one that manages the watch list. Just like very sharp individual, well articulated. Yeah, their design team they've been knocking it out of the park pretty consistently. Like when they announced the modified opening hand algorithm, I was like, that's so simple and elegant and not clunky. Like the best thing about the Hex opening hand algorithm is that if you didn't tell people it existed, no one would probably notice. Everyone would just be like playing more games and having less non-games and like just be happier for it. But like they did tell people about it. And it was a good change. It's like not something you have to explain to people who are like, oh, we have this deck building restriction because we have this opening hand thing that if we don't have this deck building restriction, you can abuse it. Like, because it's based on the cards that are in your deck, it's like super elegant. Way too fast. Put a non-resource on top of my deck here. This Briar Harvester is actually a quick troop, so I'm gonna go ahead and flash them in on their turn. Like maybe they hit like Decree of Banishing and banish this, and then I can flash this in and eat their Stalaga Mage. Way they'd ever know. Creates a wild thing, which isn't very relevant. They'll never know she's 17. My 5/5, there are many like it, but this one is mine. Alright, let's play this first and see if the Silver Talon Adjudicator resolves. I'd love to gain life and draw 2 cards. Destroying my Runebind or getting rid of my Harvester? Bill, you gonna play 2 more cards out of your hand here? Like Runebind? I mean, have you met most TCG players? Like, TCG players are like the type of people that like always roll their dice the same way because they think it's going to give them a leg up. Like, they're not exactly like, as far as like superstitious groups of people go, they're pretty superstitious. I am your worst nightmare, na 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 na. I am your worst nightmare. You imagine waking up to me singing that? Can't even imagine. Am I quick with the 5-month resubscription? Thank you very much for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Nothing but vultures. Tradesies. I feel like my opponent is definitely the aggro deck in this matchup, so I want to be conservative and like trade resources whenever possible. Bowie Starlight is the type of card that could definitely end up putting them in an advantageous position. I'm going to go ahead and put a resource on top of my deck, and there's 2 reasons to put a resource on top of my deck. The first is that I have this Cyclone Shaper on Mysterious Rune, right? The second is that when I play my 7th resource, I'm going to get to draw some cards. Maybe I'm supposed to play this Cyclone Shaper out here. Maybe I'm supposed to do that. Just so I could, like, block. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to play this so I could block and, like, threaten the trade. I mean, people aren't terribly consistent in their decision-making processes, like, speaking from experience. Speaking from experience interacting with people, they largely suck and are inconsistent. Please play a 3-drop. It's unfortunate. The bluebirds sing and you... Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit my champion power here. And I'm gonna go ahead and empower this Cyclone Shaper. This could get punished by a Transmog or Runebind. If they don't have either of those cards, God, that's a tilt. God, we're so fucking dead. So we get a game 3, right? Now we're just stuck. Would have been really sweet. This would have been free and we'd have powered through our deck. I should have just played this out normal. Empowering against the Runebind Transmog deck was really greedy. I think it's to kill that. That won't feel a thing for you. Nah, 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 nah. I check the heart. Got 2 extra cards here. Wow, that's really aggressive. All right, I'll jump here and then eat this one. Take 3 down to 12. And then hopefully this Oracle Song is going to allow us to snowball some advantage here. That's really unfortunate. It's a fantastic draw for them. So whenever we play a card, all of our other cards get... Oh, lordy. I did not realize they had Daughter of the Poet online. So every turn they get to bring a troop from their discard pile back to play. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Speaking of pretty good... Occasion, I've been doing just fine. Has Hoagland learned his lesson? Ah, fuck it. Let's empower this. She's calling a cab while he's having a smoke, taking a drag, and my stomach is sick. Just now, takes off her dress now. Let me go. That's pretty good. Can't look, it's killing me. Taking control. Jealousy. It was already free. Oh, I'm dumb. Because I'm dumb. Not in my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. That one out here. Camp while he's taking a drag, not going to bed. Sick. God, this is kind of impressive, right? These Cyclone Shapers, God, and we've just talked about it being impressive. Brick off. All right, we tried. Ascension is in here somewhere, right? Yeah, could you imagine if we were ascended through all of that? Like how much we were just cycling through there, just like I imagine that this is basically what it looked like we were doing there. Jealousy, turning space. That's what Magistrate's up. Remember, kids, that's what Magistrate's in the board for. It does kind of feel like Storm, right? This card's sweet. Just the cost reduction on that. Alright. Oh, this was bad. I should have just, like, put a bunch of blockers on this Bowie Starlight so they stop drawing cards. I should have put a bunch of blockers on that so they stopped drawing cards. I could have put 2 more in front of here and this would have died. That was loose on my part. Although I guess they would have just gotten it back, right? But they get back something else now. They get back a Silver Talon Adjudicator. It made my things cost 2 more, which maybe I didn't need to get rid of. That's a tilt. Put a random non-resource on top of my deck. Don't need to mobilize this because it's free. Here's my candles. Go ahead. I wonder if there's a bounty of the Magus deck with just Cyclone Shaper. Maybe that's going to be our pet project this week. If we don't burn too much rank while doing it. Hopefully we hit that prophesized, There's no point in killing any of their stuff because they just bring it back with Daughter. Jumps all around. 4 in the air here. Of me. Didn't need endlessly. So if we killing the Daughter, he's got 8 charges on his champion power. We're basically gonna have to like power through this, I think. My love, identity, why are you my heritage? Was actually just the worst Strider deck. Are we dead here? We might just be dead here now. I don't know. I'll figure it out when they attack. Oh yeah, almost certainly did. They got to mobilize this. Oh, this raise it deals 2 to us. That's fine. We get a game 3, right? In my love. I want to reserve. Transmogrifade's probably pretty good. I think that's all I really want. I guess Silver Talon Adjudicator doesn't seem particularly great in this matchup. Not a couple of Shard Wards just as fogs. Doesn't seem terrible, actually. Let's do that. Think I want to just stay on the Turbo PA plan? Must be Storm certainly bricks off like it. Well, I mean, this is like Storm without focus, right? I don't know if Clash is great. I guess it kind of contains their board. Maybe that's better than these Shard Wards. Alright, let's do that. 2 Clashes and over the Shard Wards. I like that. Two in. Plenty of selection. Why, if our love is tragedy, why are you my calamity? I don't think Daughter's that key. We have 4 Transmogrifades. I honestly feel like if we hit a Psychic Ascension in the top half of our deck there, and I sequence a little bit better, we probably could have, like, just powered through the Daughter. Fine. I actually tried a 3-shard Storm-ish deck. The resource bases are just so miserable. I actually tried an Uzu configuration too, where you were like base Sapphire Diamond and then used Uzu to play the Violet's Caress. The Illusion of Choice. Stack some non-resources on top of my deck here. I am doing well, Zuko. We are nearing the tail end of the marathon. Why are you my remedy? Alright, let's get a non-resource here. For Transmog. Seer's okay. I'm gonna put a non-resource on top of my deck here. Go ahead and use my Seer. Victorious. Victorious. Tonight we are victorious. Victorious. Oh, oh, oh. Save this to jump block a 4-power guy next turn, I think. Oh, Bubble Disco Queen. I think I can wait on transmogging. This means they don't generate llamas, which is good for us. I think I could wait on finding the Psychic Ascension here. Famous last words as we flail around and fail to find it like we did last game. Poisoned us. Better be good. The deck's sweet. It does really powerful things. There's a couple videos of it on the YouTube channel. If you want to check out some gameplay action. It has this sweet, like, mid-rangey, like, we draw a bunch of cards and generate value, but we also have, like, combo finishes. 4th of July. We tuned the deck a little bit in my Group 2 Limestone. I think it's plenty reasonable. Easy chump block here because they have Hero of Legend down, so it's going to make them Valors. Light the Votives. Yep, that's prophesized. Let's get that in here. So it makes a guy and then it draws a card. Other Light the Votives. Sign me up. I'm going to grab a non-resource here, guaranteed. And then if we end up needing a resource, this Heart's Whisper can get it. Drink a wine. Turn up the crazy. Been like a washed up celebrity. It's like it's the 4th of July. You don't want to be in the camera? Let's give one of their Dorkos flight here, which is annoying. Perhaps I should have left up Runebind this turn. We have 2 Ascensions in our deck. So it might have been greedy not to take that one earlier, just because, like, it's kind of important we get it early in this matchup. Just because they're kind of aggressive. Washed up celebrity. Fireworks like it's the 4th of July. You feel alright. There's a Psychic Ascension, which we can actually just cast this turn, right? Yeah, let's just do that. Because it does mobilize. I'm gonna miss my shard drop here, but that's fine. I'm gonna start generating a lot of value. Hopefully we have all the chump blockers now. This does illuminate, doesn't it? You have an Adjudicator. We kind of want to find our Clash of Steel, right? Ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. I watch the world float to the dark side of the moon. I feel there's nothing I can do. Start by generating something with this. So we hit Moon Call. It's decent. To the dark side of the moon. Runebind this. I'm gonna really want to hit a resource with this turn. Your deck's really annoying. Hopefully it's a non-slow shard here. Nice. Stealer's Choice. Got both. I think I'm just gonna pass here. I can Moon Call as a surprise blocker. Yeah, Wind Speaker's decent. It lets us exhaust something every turn. Again, we're just like trying to play defense so we don't die here, and then eventually like our board's gonna let us go wide enough to take over the game. We have 2 Clash of Steels in our deck, and we're gonna recover from a Clash of Steel way easier than they will. I probably should have put all 3 Clash of Steels in the deck actually. Yeah, I probably should have just put all the Clashes in the deck. Thinking about it a little bit more. Call me strong, you call me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. You took for granted all the times I never let you down. Stumbled in. Hopefully they don't have a diamond threshold this turn. If they have a diamond threshold this turn, they can jump one of their troops. And then we might just die before we can do anything if they jump one of their troops here. Bowie Starlight is awesome. That means they're not going to be able to block next turn. We're not going to be able to have any resources up next turn, which means if we find a Clash of Steel in all of these looks, we're going to be in a great spot. So let's go jump, block here. Cosmic Calling doesn't make anything when you're ascending because there isn't a Sapphire Diamond card for it to make, which is unfortunate. Draw another card here. There's the big Clashy. So Clash of Steel says we each choose 1 card and we void the rest. So I'm going to pick my Wind Speaker because it can exhaust one of their things. We made... Put a resource on top of my deck here. I made a Crusader, that's funny. I'm going to keep my Wind Speaker. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep... Benediction. I think I want to play this and put a resource on top of my deck here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. This Wind Speaker can exhaust this Bowie when he enters combat. Maybe I'm supposed to Arcane Focus here since I go into Moon Call. I could Focus plus Moon Call plus this, but I really want to just draw the resource on top of my deck. I think I'd rather they just don't draw a card with it. Like, they could have removal for it. They could have removal for the Briar. It's annoying, but it's going to resolve. Yeah, here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my fine, filthy mouth. No excuse. Find a new place to hang this news. String me up from a trapeze news. Bind it tight so I won't get loose. Truth is you can stop and stare. Run myself out and no one care. Dung the trench out and fade down there with a shovel up. That'll reach somewhere. Yeah, someone pour it in. Make it a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stomp it out when they bring that chorus in. Bleed it out, dig it deeper just to throw it away. I'm not going to empower this time around. Like a bad move against the Runebind, against the Runebind Transmog deck. Go, stop this show, drop you boys and let sloppy blow. Shotgun, opera, lock and load, cock it back and then watch it blow. Mama help me, I've been cursed, death's rolling in every verse. Pain is brand new hearse, he knows he work, practice hurts, I won't lie. Doesn't matter how hard I try, half the words don't mean a thing and I know that I won't be satisfied, so I dance floor again. Say your prayers and stomp it out when they bring that chorus in. I'll bleed it out, dig it deep just to throw it away. Why is this old man in the camera singing all the songs I listen to? Dig it deeper just to throw it away. to throw it up. Maybe you're secretly old too. Maybe we're all old. These scars, I'll make you face this. It's really weird to transmog at end step there. There's some good non-riddling staples to pick up. Runebind. Runebind is a fantastic staple to pick up. That's really annoying. Makes all my other cards more expensive as I play them. Super obnoxious. Dig it deeper just to throw it away. Bleed it out. Dig it just to exhaust the Bowie because it draws them a card. You can jump this with the Gust Mage. More hair than me is a pretty low bar. It's like saying something's better software than Magic Online. That's pretty good. Got a bunch of Valors. Ding. Fries are done. Get him out of here. That's a Cyclone Shaper. Right? They have 4 of their 5 cards are Valors right now. I know that for a fact. So let's empower this. Don't blow me out with the last one. God, it gets me every time. Gets me every time. 10 times out of 10. Just every single time. Go around a time or two. On your deck list that you suggest upgrading, what do you take out? Evaporates? Yeah, Evaporate would be the first thing for sure. The only one that needs to know. I'll keep you my dirty little secret. Alright, we're gonna exhaust the crap out of this one. And we'll be chump blocking this other one. This Force the Tome's actually gonna be pretty good here. Because it lets us make a bunch of phantoms to chump block in the air here. This Wind Speaker is like doing God's work here. Okay, let's go ahead and Moon Call Ceremony before blocks. So we get a thing. Because of Troop Flight, that's actually pretty good for us too. Alright, so declare defense, chump here. Put all of these guys in front of here just so he has to kill 2 things in order to have this Bowie not die. I get to kill 2 things here, but that's fine. I'm just like generating troops en masse. The shackles is definitely a little bit scary, but this isn't a scary problem for 3 more turns, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Put a non-resource on top of my deck here. I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn. This Brilliant Ward. Actually, the Briar Harvester plus the Cloud Walk is going to be awesome. We're going to have to flash this in as a 5/5 and then Cloud Walk to give it flight. Dirty little secret. Activate this here so they're not suspicious at all. I'll keep you my dirty little secret. 4 blocks, flash this in. This is going to be good, so let's make this invincible. And then let's give it flight. Oh no! My opponent doesn't want to play anymore! Yep, can make it invincible too. Got the sweet spot removal spell out of it to boot. I don't know that I like having I cut the 3rd Whisper. I don't know if I like having cut the 3rd Whisper. Want that Whisper. I'm gonna cut a Cosmic Calling here. Really what I want to do with my life? Do I want to cut a Cosmic Calling? Yeah, Calling's clunky sometimes. Any tips on designing hex decks? Your typical card game principles generally apply. Often the best way to design a deck is like find one particularly powerful card that you like. A lot of times in Hex, those cards have a lot of synergy to them, and then build around that synergistic card. Good game, Sargo. Sounds a little medium, but it's got an ice in it on the draw, so let's sign me up. Got Trial of the Totems, so perhaps if we hit a good 3-drop with this, we can get that out. Just need a Sapphire here. If we had a Sapphire this next turn, we could Trial of Totems and then hopefully play the Trial of Totems trooped on the 3rd turn. Again, we just like keep losing all of these coin flips against these decks, which is just super miserable. Try Sight instead of Cosmic. Maybe. I like that Cosmic Calling lets us get to the PA faster, and this is a Turbo PA deck. This is the bash board, yep, so my opponent has top 8 to bash. That kind of sucks. So we did not hit... Actually, small sequencing mistake on my part. So I want to hit another resource for next turn, but I should have played this Light the Votives first, because this Light the Votives inserts itself randomly back into our deck, which could include the top card. So even though I Fate Weaved a resource to the top of my deck just now, that Light the Votives might put itself on top of that resource to make us draw it next turn, which would be miserable for us. I'm just going to take 4 here, because if I can play this out next turn, I'll be able to double block here. Ding, not punished. Welcome to the land of Hoagland, where the level of justice is always none. Fate Weave looking for a non-slow shard, or Focus looking for a non-slow shard, excuse me. I'm focusing before I Thunderfield Seer intentionally here, because if I'm presented with the decision Prophecy card versus resource, I need to take the resource, and I don't want to pass up a Prophecy card. Grab another Seer here, so we unfortunately did not get that option. We're for you. I know. Me late. It's interesting to see if they're going to go for this or not on this board state with where I have a resource up with Transmog and Runebind in my deck. They're probably just supposed to like hit this and then crack us for 6 basically. So there's no way I'm not like doubling on one of these. Yeah, I think that's smart. Slamsticks has actually been doing really well and winning all of the events. The format's so aggressive, David, that the format's so aggressive that you are basically this being +7 life is pretty huge. That's a fantastic hit. It's quick and it's a 5/4. We're taking 6 here. Like we're in a medium-ish spot. Resource. It's not the resource I wanted for Christmas. I think I'm playing that though, rather than playing this Lightning Brave because it draws a card. Alright, that's another Light the Votives. Play this and then Light the Votives again here, hoping they just don't have a Dead to Lasgars, you know. As many people have done in this standard format. Shrug, Dead to Lasgars, go. Dead to Lasgars. You closer than most. You are my heaven. I like Runebind in this matchup. So many speed troops. I want the extra bird. Have you heard about the bird? He's replaced there. It's like not exciting, but it's fine. We're on the play this time. I really don't like Clash in this matchup. They go kind of wide, but I think I'd rather just like be able to block them. Clash is for like a lot of their troops like trade with my 1/1s. Their bigger decks don't. I mean, there's a reason why it's on the watch list, right? And in the desert. But it's Light the Votives. And again, sequence that, this time sequence that before the Thunderfield Seer, so that way if the Light the Votives ended up on top of my deck, we're going to Prophecy right onto it. These are my 1/1s. They are reasonable against your 3/1. Play a 2/1 and attack in. Ow, not a 2/2. Never win. I think I'm just supposed to trade early and often. Jane. Okay. Little girl. Right, well, we get the Silver Talon Adjudicator next turn, guaranteed. It's hardly. Looks like this is gonna be... Well, I guess it might not be the penultimate. We might, and the Outlaw. Gross. Kinda punished for trading, since you had the Outlaw too. And up together. Actually just have nothing going on. I think I need to Heart's Whisper here and like find a Transmogrifade for this. Closer than most. You are my heaven. Far away anymore. Heaven doesn't seem far away. Heaven doesn't seem far away anymore. I think we're just gonna get run out here. They got a Valor. They get to go ahead and hit their champion power this turn. Torque is really good with Righteous Outlaw too. Noxiously so. Drop in the ocean. In the weather, I was praying that you and me might end up together. No, we are not. 15 minutes left. We are playing some Hex and then wrapping it up. If you missed any of my magic portions of the stream, you can definitely check out this 3 Lascars. Alright, let's play one more. Let's play one more with the Turbo PA deck. Oh! All of my stream archives are published on my YouTube channel. I've been uploading them as I went this weekend, so you can catch them all on up there. They're broken up by game for the most part. The first third of the stream is mixed Hex and Magic because I was playing Hex and Magic tournaments simultaneously. We did make the 24-hour stream. That's why we are still here. You can be the best. There is not words to describe how much I dislike playing sealed. Tired plus you, yeah, see, there you go. Tired plus you hate sealed. I would slide on. I would probably get banned from playing Hex, trying to play sealed in the state that I'm in now. I know when I'm easily irritable, and I'm definitely easily irritable right now since I've been awake for the last day. I finished 5-2 and missed top 8 on tiebreakers because tiebreakers suck. I should be luckier and play better players. One more match. One more match to play here. One more match to play here. Can be the champion. Can be the champion. The champion. It's Sunday morning! Play Hex with me! I'm gonna take a short nap. So, the thing about these 24-hour streams, the way they line up on timing, if I sleep for 8 hours now, I'm going to be waking up about when I need to, like, be going to sleep for the day. So, like, I can only nap for, like, 3 or 4 hours so that when my sleep schedule doesn't get completely out of whack because, like, I need to be a functional adult this week to, like, you know, take care of the kids and, like, get actual work done. Someone cue into him with Turbo Fog, right? Oh, God bless you, Mono Ruby opponent. God bless you. Please kill me swiftly. So this is the last one. Kill me with fire as quick as you can. It's a mercy killing, really, I promise. You can be a champion. Yeah, buddy. My body is ready to slam this Thunderfield Seer. And by that, I mean we're going to play this ice first. put a non-resource on top of my deck, and then play this Seer. Prophesize onto it. Lantern actually didn't end up happening. I might have tilted off after we failed to cash 3 or 4 Modern Leagues in a row and said fuck this and just like played Legacy for the remainder of the Magic stream. I'm not going to say that did or didn't happen, but it's probably what happened. For everyone's being honest with themselves. There might have been some salt coming out of the monitor. We will 10 out of 10 play Lantern at some point this week. Wait, like a League of Magic Online in general, or right now at this very moment? Because right now at this very moment is a large amount of money because I would like to be done. But in general, just $12 in a reasonable deck list. That's how much a league costs. We ended up going 1-3 with Dredge. I punted one of the games, but we also we ran really cold, like exceptionally cold. Do you want cool bolt spasms, Davey? I can send you some cool bolt spasms. How we glow. Actually, these are account. You need to just level up, Davey. These are account leveling rewards. They weren't even ladder probos. Canyon Howler. Ooh yeah. Cold, cold water for you. I want this Light the Votives. Yeah, I kind of do actually. Guarantee a resource with this. I guarantee another resource with this one too, I think. Nice. Ding ding ding. This card's really sweet. Man, I want to build a Cyclone Shaper Storm deck. It might just be better than Syzygy, honestly. It might just be better than Syzygy. Hello. Morning Immortal. Catching us right at the tail end. So they can make one of my Dorkos not... We're making that one not block, sure. Rustbuck is an interesting card for the Mono Ruby deck. We have a goat. I'm gonna go ahead and just X-Bog this goat. So I can stop triggering Lasgars for free for them. That's when things get interesting. Yeah, I was worried that like this year, like last year I kind of rolled the 24 hours off with minimal issue. I was worried that this year, you know, now that I'm an old man, that it was going to be harder. And I feel like I ended up doing okay. So I could transmog this and then I get to Silver Talon Adjudicator to draw cards. As someone who enjoys drawing cards, that sounds like a great plan. Lasgar's Vengeance, I'm gonna feel bad, but that's just like the story of every deck ever, right? Please don't Lasgar me. Actually, I'm at 24, right? So like if they Lasgar me, I'm only taking a hit for 7 here. Maybe 8, 9 if they hit their champ power. What you got, opponent? We're all done. Man, are we gonna win? I would like to win. Extra Adjudicator. The extra Transmog, cut the Runebinds. It's easy and easy out. This maybe. That. Oh man, there's a modern Mox on Magic Online starting in 30 minutes. I was thinking about playing that. Then we did a 24-hour stream. Sounds like a giant waste of QPs to join that now. We should play it with the same dredge deck. You die. You go to hell and you die, Mapamonte. Also, it's modern. I mean, everybody loves modern. It's the most popular competitive Magic format ever. Do it for the Karn Father. Karn! I am the Karn Father. The Karn Father. Alright. Do that. Play this Arcane Focus. This is the last match of the marathon. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Storko out, which kind of forces them to flip this. We're gonna take a buck ton of damage, but means they're not getting Valors off of this, which I think is right. We're gonna take 7 on board currently, plus whatever troops they can play out. At least game 3 is on the play, right? Yeah, I'm just move on here. I am too tired to continue playing that game of Hex. Let's submit a Rooney here. This hand's just embarrassing, right? Just like doesn't do anything till turn 3. This hand does much better. Go ahead and play the Sapphire on the first turn here, and then play the Thunderfield Seer out. Go ahead and focus for a resource potentially. Sapphire Ice guarantees us another resource. Yeah, nice goat. Meet my friend the Thunderfield Seer. I'd be sad when this little guy rotates. He's such a good guy. Them Thunderfield Seers. Alright, I'll take a Transmogrifade. But hopefully a diamond resource on top of my deck here. This is now prophesized. We miss on a diamond threshold here, we're probably gonna die very quickly. No attacks, you deblock the goat. Oh. And you know what I really need to do? I need to brush my teeth. The feel that soda leaves on your teeth when you haven't brushed them in 12 hours after drinking it is really terrible. It's like that kind of gritty, slimy feeling. No goat. Ah, the classic post-combat goat. Post-combat double goat. Alright. The resource on top. We have Shard Ward here. I can counter Lasgar's Vengeance. Peace, Sir Woodlock. Just for hanging out. Transmog the crap out of this guy. That's actually really bad. Oh, it's made target. Okay. Actually, hopefully we hit another Thunderfield Seer, then we can copy it. This. Not like to activate its ability. Oh, no, sir. I would not. Nobody else needs a 5/5 flyer. Just only me. Me, myself, and I. We are the only ones that need a 5/5 flyer. If my opponent has a resource, they could turn this into a Mary Squirrel. Back up to their hand. If we get a second Trial of Totems online with Shard Ward, we could be in an okay spot here. Sweet. The fact that both of these are large enough to dodge Lasgar's Vengeance is kind of insane for us. So these are going to be lethal in 2 attacks regardless. So I think I'm just going to wait a turn and let them both block these goats. I'm doing good, Rivarat. I've already got all my archives formatted and uploaded with ads on YouTube. It's so great. We just have this last match to finish up. We're in game 3. And that's it. I'm gonna be all done. It's unfortunate that these both have 5 defense only. The good news is we get to just Shard Ward to fog them next turn. We get to like 12 them here, and then Shard Ward fogs all Ruby damage next turn. Shard Ward prevents all of the Lasgar's damage. All of the Lasgar's damage is reduced to 0. So long as my opponent doesn't leave back a blocker, we'll be able to kill him here. Meat Shirk of the Flame, sure. They're probably going to leave back a blocker here. Wait. What? Oh, they must have some amount of Lasgar's in their hand, right? So Shard Ward says prevent Ruby. Cards don't deal damage. So I'm still going to block here to flip that one back up to their hand, because why not? No damage from Ruby stuff. So they have Burn to the Ground, Goat. Are done on the backswing here. Sweet. Then a high note. Oh, donkey! Oh. So, just, you know, final shout out. Just a big thank you to everyone. We had a bunch of new subscribers. We had a bunch of very generous donations. Especially shout out to Ryvik, who got us, you know, over a third. Got us halfway to the donation goal all on his own. Remember, if you missed any of the stream, the archives are all up on my YouTube channel. Aside from the first third of the stream, it's all broken up by game. So if you just want to watch Hex stuff, or you just want to watch Legacy or Modern or whatnot, you can check all that out over on the YouTube channel. It's linked down below. Thanks, everyone. I'm going to hopefully have my schedule moving forward for the fall with Jake being back in school, my regular weekday schedule published by Monday morning. I think I'm going to take Monday off after this marathon, but I'll be back on Tuesday for sure. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I will catch y'all around later.